From the depths of our planet, a force emerges, a spectacle of raw power and unimaginable destruction. Towering waves that reshaped coastlines and changed history, these are the 5 biggest tsunami waves ever recorded. Tsunamis, unlike your typical wind-driven waves, are born from seismic upheavals deep beneath the ocean floor. Earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, or colossal landslides can displace vast volumes of water, creating ripples that travel across entire oceans at the speed of a jet airliner. What begins as an unassuming swell in the open sea transforms into a monstrous wall of water as it approaches the shore, unleashing its fury upon unsuspecting coastlines. Imagine a wave, taller than a skyscraper, crashing onto land, swallowing entire towns and villages in an instant. The aftermath, a scene of utter devastation, a stark reminder of the untamed power that lies dormant within our planet. Our journey into the heart of tsunami history takes us to the remote and breathtaking Lituya Bay, nestled among the rugged mountains of southeast Alaska. It was here on a summer evening in 1958 that the world witnessed the highest tsunami wave ever recorded. Picture this: July 9th, a tranquil evening in Lituya Bay. Fishermen, aboard their boats, enjoyed the serenity of the Alaskan wilderness, unaware of the geological drama about to unfold. High above, on the slopes of the Fairweather Range, a magnitude 7.8 earthquake ripped through the Earth's crust. The tremors triggered a catastrophic rock slide, a colossal mass of rock estimated at 40 million cubic yards, equivalent to the weight of 200 Empire State Buildings, plummeting into the narrow confines of Lituya Bay. The impact was akin to an asteroid strike, unleashing a chain reaction of unimaginable force. The sheer volume of displaced water surged upwards, creating a monstrous wave, a towering wall of water that dwarfed everything in its path. It raced across the bay at speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour, stripping trees from mountainsides thousands of feet above sea level. The wave, a staggering 1,720 feet high, higher than the Empire State Building, swept across the entire bay, leaving a path of destruction in its wake. Boats anchored in the bay were tossed about like toys, some carried a mile inland before settling in the shattered remnants of the old-growth forest. Miraculously, amidst this watery chaos, there were survivors. Howard Ulrich and his son managed to ride the wave, their small fishing boat lifted to unimaginable heights before being deposited safely back into the bay. The Lituya Bay Mega-Tsunami stands as a chilling reminder of nature's awesome power, its impact forever etched in the landscape of this remote Alaskan fjord. On December 26, 2004, the world watched in horror as a natural disaster of unprecedented scale unfolded. It began deep beneath the Indian Ocean, off the coast of Sumatra, Indonesia. A magnitude 9.1 earthquake, one of the most powerful ever recorded, ripped through the Earth's crust, unleashing a chain reaction that would have devastating consequences across the globe. The earthquake's epicenter, located at the interface of the Indian and Australian tectonic plates, became the focal point of a massive displacement of the ocean floor. Trillions of tons of water were thrust upwards, creating a series of monstrous waves that radiated outwards at terrifying speed. Across the Indian Ocean, coastal communities were enjoying the peace of Boxing Day, unaware of the impending doom. In Thailand, tourists basked on sun-drenched beaches, while in Sri Lanka, families gathered for festive meals. But the tranquility was shattered as a series of towering waves, some reaching heights of over 100 feet, crashed ashore. The tsunami's impact was felt in 14 countries, from Indonesia to Somalia, leaving a trail of devastation in its wake. Coastal towns and villages were reduced to rubble, while once pristine beaches were littered with debris and the heartbreaking remnants of lives lost. The human cost of the Boxing Day tsunami was staggering. Over 230,000 people lost their lives, making it one of the deadliest natural disasters in recorded history. Amidst the devastation, stories of survival and human resilience emerged. Fishermen who had instinctively moved their boats to deeper water, families who had fled to higher ground after witnessing the receding tide, and individuals who had risked their lives to save others. The Boxing Day tsunami served as a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of our world and the devastating power of natural disasters. It highlighted the importance of early warning systems, disaster preparedness, and international cooperation in responding to such catastrophic events. On March 11, 2011, the northeastern coast of Japan was struck by a devastating tsunami that would forever alter the nation's landscape and psyche. It began with a colossal earthquake, a magnitude 9.0 behemoth that shook the island nation to its core. The earthquake, one of the most powerful ever recorded, ruptured a vast stretch of the Japan Trench, a deep underwater canyon where the Pacific tectonic plate dives beneath the Okhotsk Plate. This titanic shift of the Earth's crust unleashed a cascade of energy that rippled through the ocean, generating a series of monstrous waves. The first signs of the approaching tsunami were deceptively innocuous, a subtle withdrawal of the sea exposing vast stretches of the seabed. But this retreat was a harbinger of the impending deluge. Minutes later, a wall of water exceeding 130 feet in height slammed into Japan's northeastern coastline. The Tohoku tsunami was relentless in its assault, overwhelming coastal defenses and surging inland for miles. Entire towns and villages were swallowed whole, their structures reduced to debris by the sheer force of the water. Cars, boats, and even buildings were swept inland like toys, tossed about by the relentless surge. The tsunami's impact extended far beyond the immediate coastline. Its powerful currents crippled the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant, leading to a nuclear meltdown that released radioactive material into the environment. Despite the scale of the disaster, the Japanese people displayed remarkable resilience and determination in the face of adversity. Communities rallied together to support one another, while rescue workers from across the globe converged on Japan to assist in the recovery efforts. The Tohoku tsunami served as a stark reminder of the ever-present threat posed by natural disasters, particularly in seismically active regions like Japan. In 1883, the world bore witness to one of the most cataclysmic volcanic eruptions in recorded history, the eruption of Krakatoa. Situated in the Sunda Strait between Java and Sumatra, Krakatoa, a seemingly dormant volcanic island, awoke from its slumber with a fury that shook the globe. The eruption began in May 1883, a series of increasingly powerful explosions that sent plumes of ash and pumice miles into the atmosphere. The surrounding islands were shrouded in darkness as volcanic debris rained down, blanketing the landscape in a thick layer of ash. But the worst was yet to come. On August 27, 1883, Krakatoa unleashed a series of colossal eruptions, each more powerful than the last, culminating in a final earth-shattering blast that could be heard thousands of miles away. The force of the eruption was estimated to be equivalent to 10,000 times the power of the atomic bomb that destroyed Hiroshima. The eruption triggered a series of tsunamis, monstrous walls of water that radiated outwards from Krakatoa at terrifying speed. The waves, some exceeding 120 feet in height, slammed into the coastlines of Java and Sumatra, obliterating entire towns and villages. Ships were tossed inland like driftwood, while coastal communities were left in ruins. The tsunamis generated by Krakatoa were felt across the globe, their impact recorded as far away as South America and the English Channel. The eruption also had a profound impact on the Earth's atmosphere. The massive amount of volcanic ash and sulfur dioxide ejected into the stratosphere circled the globe, causing spectacular sunsets and a noticeable cooling of the planet's temperature for several years. The morning of November 1st, 1755, dawned bright and clear in Lisbon, Portugal. It was All Saints' Day and the city was alive with celebration. But beneath the surface, a slumbering giant was about to awaken. Deep beneath the Atlantic, tectonic plates were grinding, building up immense pressure. On that fateful morning, the pressure reached a breaking point, unleashing one of the most powerful earthquakes in European history. The earthquake, estimated at 8.5 to 9.0 in magnitude, shook Lisbon violently. Buildings swayed, then crumbled, their facades crashing into the narrow streets below. Churches filled with worshippers collapsed, burying those inside. The Tagus River receded dramatically, exposing its muddy bottom. This eerie spectacle was a harbinger of a different kind of disaster. Minutes later, monstrous waves surged up the Tagus River. The tsunami slammed into Lisbon, inundating the city's waterfront. The Lisbon earthquake and tsunami of 1755 was a disaster of unprecedented scale for Europe. The city, once a jewel of the Enlightenment, lay in ruins. Fires ignited by overturned candles raged through the rubble. The disaster's impact extended far beyond the physical destruction. The Lisbon earthquake had a profound impact on European thought and philosophy. It challenged the belief in a benevolent God and sparked debates about the nature of evil and suffering. From the towering heights of the Lituya Bay Mega-Tsunami to the devastating reach of the 2004 Indian Ocean event, these catastrophic events underscore the sheer power of tsunamis. They are a stark reminder that our planet, for all its beauty and wonder, harbors forces capable of reshaping landscapes and altering the course of history in the blink of an eye. While we cannot control the tectonic forces that give rise to these monstrous waves, we can strive to mitigate their impact. Early warning systems, disaster preparedness measures, and a deeper understanding of tsunami behavior are crucial tools in our arsenal. By learning from the past, we can better protect ourselves and future generations from the devastating consequences of these natural disasters. Want to learn how we can protect ourselves from future tsunamis? Subscribe for more fascinating content.